Okay, so we're going to be replacing our ink today with the refillable cartridge system from Jetbest, sold by Premier Color. So first, this is our old cartridge from the machine here. You can see this, we pulled out the yellow here. Here's our yellow. So this one is empty now. I took the chip off. I think it's basically done. So we're going to be replacing it today with this cartridge. This has a brand new chip on it. We're going to make sure that the spot here where we fill it is going to be put to open all the way to the left. And then we're going to take our bottle here. We're going to take our cap off. Okay. We're going to take this. We're going to push this down right there. You see it breaks the seal. We're going to push it over to the lock position. And we're done. So now we're going to sit here and let this fill. We're going to take that out so that it has the full airflow in there. We're going to use this in the future. If we need to move the machine, we could put that back in here so that if the machine moves around, the ink won't spill. But we're going to put that to the side until then. So basically this is going to continue to fill in here. It's going to go to about 3/4 of the way full. You'll see the bottle go down a bit, and then it'll be ready to go in. And that's it. Basically the same thing with these here. If you look, these are already running the ink. Now let me take this. If you could see, these inks here, these are already currently running with the ink. You can see on the side here. And this black bottle is actually ready to go to be replaced. So you can see that right here. Hopefully you can see the level of black. You want to replace the bottle around the halfway point in the cartridge here. So once the bottle is all the way in and the cartridge is about halfway full, we're going to take that bottle off now and we're going to put a new bottle in. But yep, that's basically it. So I only need to change out right now the yellow. I don't need to change everything at the same time. But if I wanted to change the magenta, I would have to change both magentas because there's two of them. We don't want to use one ink from one company and one ink from another company. Currently though, I'm already using the Jetbest system, so I don't need to do anything in order to clear out the old ink because the new ink is the same ink. But if you were using Roland ink and you're going to be switching to Jetbest, you're going to want to do 3 powerful cleanings in order to clear out the old line, the ink from the lines, and to replace the new ink in those lines so that your prints are consistent from that point on. Here is a video showing how you would do a powerful cleaning. So you go in and open your BN utility, and then under here you can see there's powerful cleanings already chosen, but normal cleaning is here. Then you can go down to powerful cleaning. You'd run this 3 times when you change out your ink if you're switching from one brand to another. And then also under check nozzle condition, you can do a test print here, but you can also run cleanings here. So you'd be able to run a powerful cleaning here as well. Showing how to replace a bottle of ink on a cartridge that's already being used. So here's the bottle we're going to use. And here's one of the cartridges. So I'm going to pop out my black ink here. Just going to slowly remove that. I want it to shake. So this is a little bit low. You actually want to do it a little bit higher than that. Around halfway. You want to put on a new bottle. But this should be okay still, I think. But what we're going to do is we're going to release the old bottle by turning this from the left side over to the right side here. We're going to pop this off. There we go. Okay. There's no drip at all, so there's no issue. Then, just like normal, just going to pop that off. Take this one. Make sure that's in the right position. Push that down and lock it in place. Yep, perfect. That's going through now. So since there's already ink there, I don't have to wait. I'm gonna take this and just push this right back in here. Okay, and that's it. That's how you change out a new bottle of ink. Super simple. Hey everybody, a quick end of the video recap. So just to go over these plugs, this spot right here actually doesn't have a hole through it. So that's kind of just like a holding spot for these, just so you know. And basically, you're gonna use this plug when you wanna move the machine. Let's say the cartridge is gonna tilt. There is an airflow going through that hole right there. So you're gonna wanna have this cap there so that the ink doesn't spill and potentially pop up. Also, when you go to remove this from the machine, they can also move around, so you can put this there, or if you're going to move your whole machine and travel with it, you may also want to put these in so that the ink doesn't spill out. But besides that, you can leave these over here to the side or put them separately in a bag, and that should be totally fine. Now for the chip here, this chip that comes on this cartridge is set to read 440 milliliters of ink to go through it. Once it has read 440 milliliters of ink, the chip is going to say that it is empty. It doesn't have a sensor that actually goes into the cartridge to tell it what the level of ink is. So when you go and replace your bottle of ink, it won't know that. So what you'll need to do is you'll either need to replace your chip with a permanent chip sold by Premier for $55, or when you have your cartridges, you can actually let 4 out of the 5 go bad, and if you just have one left over, as long as there's one good chip to tell the machine that there's still ink in something, then you're okay. But then you'll want to change at least one of the chips each time. Now, I wanted to show you guys also, this is the ink that you're going to be using for the BN-20. That's going to be our ink that's right here. Now, if you have a BN-20A, we're going to want to use the Max 2 ink. There's no difference between the inks. The chip on these just tells it that it's a BN-20A versus a BN-20. I want to show people too that are not heavy ink users, people that are not running their machine for 3+ hours a day. We recommend that you use this 220 mil cartridge that's disposable at the end. It's not a refillable system. It's just like your standard Roland OEM cartridges. You just pop it out, put this one in. You don't have to do anything else. This is great for people who are not running their machines 3+ hours a day, because using this refillable cartridge system, this is now open a little bit through that air spot. It's open to the elements, the heat, cool in the room, whatever it is, whereas this system is totally enclosed. So if you're not regularly using this to constantly, cycle through ink and everything, then this is not going to be the right system for you. You're going to want to use one of these. I also want to show you guys that this ink system is good for many other Roland printers as well. Any Roland printer that uses EcoCell Max or EcoCell Max 2. Examples are the VS 540i, the SP 540V. We also have the XC 540, the SC 540. We've got the VS 300 540 systems, or the 640, and here as well. So there's many different Roland machines that will use these inks. One last tip. So as you saw in the previous part of the video, we replaced this black ink. Now the yellow and cyan are officially below where the bottle is, and they're down in the cartridge now. So once the bottle itself is empty, you can go ahead and replace it. You don't have to wait until it's at a certain level inside the cartridge. Just once this ink is all the way down in here, the bottle's totally empty, you can go ahead right there at that point and replace the bottle. Hopefully this video series has helped, and if you guys have any questions, just leave a comment below.